Hello, in this session today I'm going to show how to edit an existing um, customer or existing entry on the forms. Um, if you want to edit existing customer, you have first to perform query for the customer. So let's start with the recording. The name of the web service would be edit customer details, and it's the same form as before, as previous recordings. And let's go run this time. There are a few forms that are doing editing the customer, either from the customer's form or from the orders form, which is more detailed form of the customer. It doesn't really matter from what form you're doing the update of the customer. Let's say we did insert new customer from the customer form. I can edit it from a different form, and I can delete it from a third form. It doesn't really matter because Aura Player starts a session and ends the session right after running the web service. So wherever is more convenient for you to perform those editing or recording or deleting new customer, that's where you have to work from to make it as simple and as fast as possible. So let's enter credentials. Those would be input parameters. Again, every web service has you record from starting of the workflow until the end. So we have to enter the username, password. Let's go to orders. And now I have to query for the web service that I want to edit. That's not an issue that you have to query for that customer, for that specific customer ID, because when you work with the HTML, with MAF, with ADF, or with whatever application that you work with, you get a list of customers and you know exactly what's the ID of the customer that you want to edit. So you'll have the ID of the customer that you want to query. Let's go to that customer. I queried it. My customer changes. Address would be GGG, EEE, etc. If I want to change, if I want the web service to have recording of all the fields that I would like to change, or to have the option to change all the fields, then I have to edit all the fields in that form. So let's make it here excellent. Keep the city and state and zip code, probably they would not change, and add to the phone number and comments. Let's add my comment and save. Again, like insert new customer, I have to make sure that I have here the transaction complete. Whenever I'm using the web service, I have to make sure that FRM 4400 appears at the end. Let's see, those are the fields that I changed in the form. As you can see, we can see here that we have customer name X1 and customer name because I changed the same field twice. So the second one, the second input parameter, or the name with X1, X2, X3, the last one would have the effect. So you should change this field. If you don't want to have X1, then you need to re-record that web service with not changing the same field twice. So let's make all the fields to be default values and create the web service. When I say default values, it means that I'm not changing the default values. I don't have to set everything in order to change the web service. So let's test it. I want to test, let's set username, password 222. I don't want to change anything. Let's test it and see what would happen. Okay, no changes to save. That's forms message. Okay, let's change something. Customer name, let's make it here new customer. Let's see what it says now. Let's test it. Okay, run record applied and saved. Let's query 222 to get the most updated changes, and you see none of the other fields were changed, only the name of the customer. Okay, that was about editing existing customer, and thank you very much.